Hi everyone, we are going to present our HSC group project which was represented by the weekenders, and our group members has Angeline, Chong, Yiing, Chua Zi Ying, Nurul, Najwa, Binti, Jasmin, Joshua, Ling, Fung, and Loh Jia Yi. For this video, we have consist 4 parts, which was event, potential consequences, high rate recommendation, and the last one is laws and regulations. First of all, I would like to discuss about the event's contents. First, I would like to discuss on how, when, why, and who about this event. First of all, the fire and explosion accident occurred at PETRONAS Pengerang Integrated Complex in Johor on Friday morning about 1:25 a.m. on 12 April. It has affected two men who are security guards at the oil and gas industry, and they are different ages, which are 28 and 30 years. The explosion in industry also caused the damage of a village which near their industry, and the reason of explosion is due to the leaking gas tank and the testing of the facilities ahead of planned commercial operations.
Hi, my name is Najwa and I'll be telling more about the details of the event. Abdurrahim Sanusi, who was 85 years old, the roof in his residence had collapsed and there were other breaches in the walls all over the house. Whereas Abdullah Ali Mahmoud, who was 52 years old, has a cracked sliding door and fissures in several of the walls. Over 10 residences in Kampung Lepau near Pengerang were destroyed, injuring 2 persons. The bomb had created vibrations that could be felt by people of surrounding residential neighborhoods and as far away as Pasir Gudang, which is roughly 50 kilometers away. The 24-hour PSI has been in the low-moderate level from 1 a.m., whereas the 1-hour PM2 has been in the high-moderate range. The ongoing threats were addressed immediately and properly as 5 fire trucks and 30 firefighters were dispatched, and they were able to handle and extinguish the fire within 30 minutes of the occurrence being reported.
I would like to talk about the potential consequences. The worst that could happen is that the fire spread rapidly throughout the gas tank, causing a bigger explosion to happen. Besides that, the area of effect will increase, making it harder for the emergency team to extinguish the fire. Hence, more people will be harder to escape, causing more death and bigger damage to the buildings. By having an emergency response plan, workers will know how to handle in this kind of situation. Thanks to it, during the incident, the fire response team were deployed soon enough to prevent things from getting worse. This event could happen again if the gas tank condition is bad and not regularly checked. The worst injury or damage which could have resulted is the fire was spread out of control and the fire response team can only wait it to extinguish by itself until all the flammable materials have been burned. The people affected in this event is all the people nearby the area will be poisoned due to the leakage of chemicals and get injured by the fire.
So now we'll be talking about the recommendation. For the first one is the prioritize actions with responsibilities and targets for completion. And here are 3 listed suggestions which can be taken. So for the first one, decide which tasks are the most important and set boundaries. Prioritize urgent and important duties, schedule key non-urgent chores, and delegate or eliminate all other tasks can be the example. And for the second one, consider broader long-term objectives and the effort required to attain them. When your to-do list grows too long, prioritize according to effort so you can get through the easy activities faster. So for the last one, break down long-term goals into yearly, monthly, and weekly accomplishments to better understand how to reach them. By breaking these broader goals down into smaller, time-related goals can be beneficial. A year-long goal, for example, can be broken down into monthly to-do lists, which then lead to weekly tasks, daily priorities, and so on. For the second recommendation is about whether the risk assessment need to be reviewed and the safety statement updated. So I personally think that the risk assessment should be reviewed on a regular basis to confirm that the risk of staff harm from workplace violence has not altered and that no further control measures are required. Because of the constant changes that occur in all business, it is critical to examine and update your risk assessment. Few workplaces remain unchanged. You will eventually introduce new equipment, substances, and methods that may introduce new dangers. So that's why the risk assessment should be reviewed on a regular basis. For the last recommendation, which is methods to improve the workplace health and safety for both employees and employers. So here are four listed points that can be taken. So for the first one is implement the security protocol from the beginning. Workplace safety begins on the first day, which necessitates the hiring of qualified individuals who are detail-oriented. Employees who obey safety rules and perform their duties according to established procedures are the foundation of a safe workplace. And for the second one, encourage stretch breaks. Stretch breaks are a simple technique to improve ergonomics and employee wellness in the workplace. And for the third one, keep things clean. This is important because unnecessary accidents normally will occur in a cluttered workplace. And for the last one, use labels and signs. Labels and signs are a low-cost and effective approach to convey critical information quickly. Even the most seasoned worker will benefit from these tools as reminders and warnings.
Now I will talk about law, acts, and regulations. There are two law, acts, and regulations related to the accident, which are Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994 and Petroleum Act 1984. For Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, it is also stands for OSHA, and it is an action to make additional provisions to ensure the safety, health, and well-being of individuals in the workplace. In the accident of fire and explosion that occurred at PETRONAS Pengerang Integrated Complex in Johor, there are two security guards were injured. As a result, OSHA aids in the protection of workers in the workplace, ensuring that similar incidents such as fire and explosion do not take place in the future. According to OSHA Part 4, Section 15 to Section 18 states that it is the obligation of every employer and self-employed person to safeguard to the greatest extent practical the safety, health, and welfare of all his workers at work. Among the subjects addressed by the responsibility are arranging proper maintenance and inspection of the worksite, ensuring a safe working environment for employees, and guaranteeing the safety of workers. For Petroleum Safety Measure Act 1984 under Part 4, Section 22, if an explosion or fire causes fatalities or personal injury in or near licensed premises, the occupier must notify the minister of the accident and the fatalities or injuries within 24 hours. Now I will discuss on obligations of employers and employees. As an employer, he or she should always update, track, and improve workplace safety standards to provide a safe working environment for their employees. Secondly, employers should also give enough training to employees so that they are familiar with their tasks and prevent repeated mishaps. Besides, employers should determine the cause of the accident and also coordinate with authorities to remedy the issues. Moreover, for employees should also follow the rules of the workplace when it comes to safety. According to Employee Social Security Act 1969, they has the right to seek medical benefits and compensation. Third, they ought to be alert and pay special attention to any workplace hazards that might result in an accident. Last but not least, employees should cooperate and follow directions given by their employers during an emergency to eliminate any panic scenario. If an investigation is underway, they should also cooperate with the investigating team to ensure the process runs smoothly. That's all from us. Thank you.